It's hard to organize them. That's the problem.
Well, I know, but I mean, the militias might be providing the infantry or the meat, so to speak, and the Russians are providing the artillery, the tanks, and the heavier stuff.
Yeah.
But it's actually really difficult to organize things in the military. If you have been through the military, you will know that it's stupidly difficult to organize things. It's like people just cannot follow instructions. And actually, they are trying to follow instructions, but you just cannot get things right. And that's also the reason why night battles are very hard. You usually don't see night battles. So even in training, it's usually dawn battles. You maneuver in the night to positions to launch the assault. And then when everybody's in position, that's usually around 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. And then maybe 5:30, 6 a.m. you start to launch an attack. So the sun is not out yet, but that is basically called a dawn attack. And then the longer you fight, then the brighter the day becomes. That's usually the case. The fighting in the night is actually really hard because even with night goggles and everything, you can't see. You can't see where you're stepping, where you're going. Real world is fucking dark,
Yeah, I completely agree, but you should try it for Russia.
To like special forces and stuff, because that's all small scale, easy to control. You got limited numbers of people involved. I mean, most of those guys pretty much know what they're going to go hit, so they kind of know who's there, and they probably have layouts of the buildings and stuff. So it's a lot different. I mean, I had night vision on my tank, and it's not that, you can see this little, tunnel vision of green and white. It's not that great. So, I would rather not drive in the dark.
I hear what Nico said, because Nico said that,
you can't really see detail. So it would be easy to fucking throw a track or hit something, get stuck.
The thing is, for explanation, my idea was that, the Russians have tried many things at Volodar, etc., many things. So why not trying it at night? I mean, what are you losing at probing
training problem?
I mean,
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Because I've been through, but training is very, very little. But the thing is that at night you really cannot see, like for shit. Even if you have night vision, you can't see shit. And the danger of night battles is that if you're not well trained, you'll start to have a lot of friendly fires. That is the problem, because you cannot tell. You cannot even know when your flanks are moving forward backwards. You cannot see it.
Especially if you have well-trained troops that go advanced, taking the enemy territory, and behind them there's less trained troops that are afraid and just hearing shooting, and then when these guys pull back, they shoot them. Friendly fire.
So at night.
That's
for example,
danger.
at night. So in night range, right? So what we learn is that the enemy will fire at you. There will be a flash. So in night range, we will always shoot at a flash. There's a flashlight. Then we'll aim down the range and we'll shoot the flashlight. The thing is, to me, at night, you don't even know if that flashlight is from you or from the enemy. The reality is you can't see.
Completely agree.
Like driving at night, and the night's really the best thing from just moving from point A to point B, because that's hard enough to do. Because like being in my tank, and then you have your little night vision periscope up, and you're buttoned up, and you're trying to look at the blackout lights on the tank, which are these little slits, just enough light to see. And then you got to look at it too with modern warfare now, with all the ISR platforms and thermal. It's going to be hard to hide at night. I mean, for anything big like that, I mean, even infantry, I mean, nighttime's probably the best time to move. But like for us, we would have been like wanting to move on the roads at night. We wouldn't want to be driving through a field in blackout conditions and with our night vision on, trying to see the guy in front of us and maintain spacing and all that kind of. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. You got to keep your spacing. You got, make sure everybody hits the right waypoints at the right times and makes the right turn, because you can literally. I mean, look at all those side roads in Ukraine in the fields. I mean, you want to try and navigate through that crap at night. This guy misses the turn and turns too early and comes out somewhere else and blows the whole operation. These guys go too far and turn too late, and the other guys, so it's I mean, there's just a lot of things that can happen.
Yeah, and it's not impossible. It's not impossible to do night battles, but it's just so damn difficult that it's so dangerous.
The thing is, to me, I mean, well, like when did the Russians captured Novomikhailivka? Was it that village on Avdiivka in the north?
No.
When did they capture it? Was it called Novomikhailivka? I'm not sure.
No.
But the village. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like it was a couple of months. Yeah, it was a couple of months ago. So, and if it's just my point of perspective, I'm not a general or something. Maybe you disagree. I'm really expecting some critics, because I want to learn some knowledge. But if I'm a general in this sector, what I'm trying to do, in my opinion, is just observe how enemy fortifications are. Like looking at some patterns by drones, looking at how the artillery pieces are going, etc. Like probing. Like if we are honest, the things the Ukrainians are doing well is by looking at Russian patterns and striking at a specific time full. I mean, how did that? It was like
No,
in
they do attack all the time. So whenever they hit pause, that's when they succeed. That's what the Ukrainians do. They keep doing it. They keep doing it. It's not that they find in it and only hitting it then. No, they keep doing it like 2-3 times a day.
But they're still looking at patterns. They're still looking at patterns at Russian defenses or Russian offensives, how the Russians are behaving, and then strike. It was the same as when the offensive started in the near Volodya. How was it with the where they went from the underground? You know.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to look at it too. The Ukrainians have the best ISR available in the world, so.
Yeah,
and I would almost bet at this point the Iranians have way more targets than they have assets to hit them. Because I mean, think about it. They got everything. They got J-Stars, AWACS, Predators, Global.
Yeah, for sure. But if I'm,
that's the point. I mean,
if I'm a Russian general, I'm just looking at the patterns, at the defenses of the Ukrainians near that area. I mean, probably everything is mined, if we are honest.